I'm going to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles. Salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there pushing this truth. Real quick, all right, this guy, Charlie, just got knocked off, all right, for speaking against the little hats, as you can see it in this statement right here that this guy had said, which, speculation, but we know what it is. It's you speak against them, you won't be breathing very much longer, all right? They've even knocked off some of their own, that have written books or that have been whistleblowers on things against their plans. All right. And they said this guy said targeting the neck is, that pretty much exposes them. All right. Because, they're different scientific breakdowns or whatever. But the point being is that everybody can smell that it was the little hats involved. But once again, this guy was he was writing checks that his ass could not cash. All right. Because the whole point in this, we understand that, hey, they're going to try to put us on the chopping block, but we understand what this is about. And we understand that also the Lord said he's going to lift up a standard for us in that time of trouble, man. So we're ready to go to the guillotine. We're ready to suffer for this. Because, hey, if the Most High put us in that situation, the only person who can get us out of that situation is the Most High. All right, but I'm going to read this real quick. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 38. And now I say, I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. And that's what happened with this guy. His counsel and his work was put in the dirt with him. All right. You got a bunch of other people that his fans and different Christians that's going to, be on his side, DJ Trump. But at the end of the day, they're going to follow the same lot because the Most High is not dealing with that. But this is verse 40. It says, verse 39, it says, and if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it, lest haply you be found to fight against the Most High. Once again, we understand what this is leading up to. This is leading up to them trying to take us off of the streets. All right. This is leading up to, JT, man, a militarized state, because, not that guy was some huge politician or anything, but he had Trump's attention, and Trump was trying to lock this place down, man. All right, because it's prophecy. It's prophecy that it's going to be locked down like this, man. All right, what's that? Is that Nahum? What it talks about that there's going to be military men in the streets. All right. That the bridegrooms are going to die in war. The wars are going to happen over here, man. These civil wars, Egyptian against Egyptian. All right. Got these YNs talking about they got sticks. Hey, man, that's not going to stop a thing, man. When the Lord allows this devil to let loose, he's going to let loose, knowing that he hath but a short time. That's what the script says. All right. But this is another clip. A brother had brought up on this situation with the bus stabbing. How it was fake. But I'm gonna let it play.
Everybody, class is in session. I don't know why you want to believe this is real, but here we go. So the guy's gonna get up. He opens it, looks like a nail file, but right, yes, he makes it look a little physical. Throws the hat off. Now all the stabbing or whatever was up here, right? So I don't see one drop of blood. Nothing. I see some blood on from probably a packet he opened up. But look, when she gets up, there should be blood all here on the seat. But no, right there where she was sitting. Did he stab her down there? Was it that time of the month? It makes no sense. And look, she's strong enough to have her hand up here, which is amazing. Look, she's gripping onto the...
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense based on the angles that he supposedly stabbed in. All right. They got a guy that looked like he had YN energy. All right, this other crisis actor, stabbed this other crisis actor. It's a hoax. All right. It's a hoax so they can come for your freedoms, so that they can have more gun control. All right, even though there was no firearm used in this one, they're gonna do that, but also they're gonna have military in the streets. All right, we got to have more personnel. We have to have more guys out there to keep these hoodlums and these criminals at bay, Jake. All right.
Okay, so let's go to part 2. Let's open this up. Now watch how fake this is. Watch. She's falling down. She's falling. There's that blood again, right? Now look, her hand is still up there. Now she's going to reach for something here. Look, she's reaching for something. Look. And then her hand, oh, and then she squirts whatever the fuck that was. Blood doesn't work that way, right? Why did it stop squirting? Because it was in a packet. Guys, this is so fucking easy. Up. Now watch how fake this is. Watch. She's falling down. She's falling. There's that blood again, right? Now look, her hand is still up there. Now she's going to reach for something here. Look, she's reaching for something. Look. And then her hand, oh, and then she squirts whatever the fuck that was. Blood doesn't work that way, right? Why did it stop squirting? Because it was in a packet. Guys, this is so fucking easy. And then the guy comes here with a cowboy hat on. I hope I didn't miss him ready.
So, they're not going to scrub this from the internet. They're just going to push more propaganda, and then they're going to also push more hoaxes. And in those hoaxes or setups, it might be some real deaths occurring, because this is all just a means to an end of this society as we know it. All right? And it's really going to happen once they start C-hipping everybody with the MOTB, which we're commanded to not take that. But this is Amos chapter 5, because the famine of the word is coming. But this is Amos 5:10. It says, "They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. For as much, therefore, as ye are treading ears upon the poor, ye take from him burdens of wheat. Ye have built houses of hewn stone, but ye shall not dwell in them. Ye have planted pleasant vineyards, but ye shall not drink the wine of them." Right? Because this kingdom is not about to last any longer. It's on its last leg. All right. We're in the miry toes, and it's breaking down, man. All right. It says, "For I know your manifold transgressions and your mighty sins. They afflict the just. They take a bribe. They turn aside the poor in the gate for their right." Right. Because the Lord had us out there telling everybody what was wrong. All right. They abhorred it. So now there's no means for us to even be up out there. All right. At least until the C-hip comes out, and we don't, then that's when we're really in the end game. And that's when you're really going to see things hopping off. You're going to see this World War III explode. All right. Because we're definitely in those times, and proof that we're in those times. Men aren't having sex, man. All right. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to be angry. All right. By survey, this is one of the highest rates of unsexual encounters, man. If that's such a thing, man. Whereas people aren't as sexually active. But verse 13, it says, "Therefore the prudent shall keep silence in that time, for it is an evil time." Meaning it's the time where all these things are going to come to pass, man. All right. "How long, O Lord, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant?" All right. So when the cities start getting wasted without inhabitant, that's when the Lord he's gonna remove the prophets from the streets, man. All right. The famine of the word is here, man. This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai." All right. How we ought to survive and live in such times, man. All right. How the Spirit is going to meet a man of wisdom in each thought to know how to get through whatever tribulation he has to get through, or suffer wherever he has to suffer, man. This is what we've been preaching and prophesying, that the Lord is about to come and deliver us, man. As a matter of fact, because that's what E is trying to do. He's trying to make a move on us, but the Lord is not going to let him, man. It's all to stop this word, but it won't stop. This is Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 19. "So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai shall lift up a standard against him." And that standard, it says, is that the Lord is going to put them to flight. All right. He's going to make his men sharp threshing instruments, man. In that time, the Lord is going to protect us. But with that, I'm going to end this lesson off. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash, Shalom, and Abba Babal.